Yeah, man, this is just sports. None of these people matter in our life. It's just a game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But hey, just having a good time and make it good, man. Make it good. Fellowshipping out here with the tailgate. That's what it's all about right here. Every week, every Saturday, we either doing USC or we doing an NFL game. The next big tailgate is Charlotte, December the 15th. And man, y'all watch that.
Yo, we back like Cook Crack, and this is South Crack sponsoring that today. This is the late night show with Sharif, and I am Sharif, Wali Sharif, and this is my brand, and this who's sponsoring us, the South Crack. This is the new era, you know what I'm saying? Just showing love to South Crack. But man, we got somebody that I've been trying to catch up with, been seeing him perform at my house and do his thing, wanted to get to know him a little bit better. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. To my left is...
My name is BUGANUTT from NY, Brooklyn.
So BUGANUTT, that BUGANUTT sounds New York.
Yeah, BUGANUTT.
But so how'd you come up with that name? I think it's dope, by the way, but how did you come up with that name?
I could say my name.
Right.
Everything comes in twos, how I was brought up. Mother, father, Sha-Ron, compound name. How I was brought up. We can have fun.
Right.
We can go batshit crazy.
Right.
Put it together.
BUGANUTT.
Yeah, we gonna bug out or we gonna get nutty. Which one you wanna do? Then we can flip it too.
Yeah.
Cause some women like crazy.
No doubt, no doubt. So man, we actually already had an interview before we even did an interview. We was just kind of talking about hip hop or whatever and stuff like that, man. So man, growing up in Brooklyn, man. So you was born in Brooklyn. So growing up in Brooklyn, what part of Brooklyn?
Crown Heights.
Crown Heights, okay, yeah,
right
Crown
there,
Heights.
the border of Bed-Stuy and the border of Brownsville. You walk 3 blocks this way, it's Bed-Stuy. You walk 4 blocks this way, it's Brownsville. You walk 13, 15 blocks up there, you got Flatbush.
Right. I've been to Flatbush a couple times.
Yeah, I was brought up there too. So, moved around in Brooklyn.
Okay. So what was your influencers growing up like in Brooklyn?
Family. My dad was the local DJ.
Okay.
For the lounge, you back in the days, the Mac days.
Right.
The velours and and then Uncle was the local, they had a local group.
Right.
So they had stuff on vinyl. And I was the little kid in Beach Street. I was the brother.
Okay, gotcha.
I was doing the break dancing,
graffiti. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The essence.
Digging in the crates, bring the crates to the park.
DJ and everything.
Yeah, and all that.
That's classic New York, man.
Yeah, so climbing up on the poles.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know, right now in hip hop, like mostly, it's Southern and all that kind of stuff is like, even in New York now, the Southern sound is kind of getting up there and everything, or the Midwest sound is getting over there. Like New York the sound is not. You got a few people like Dave East and a few the Griselda niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, them is a copy of Wu-Tang to me.
Right.
Slash what Mobb Deep and them was doing at the time.
Right.
It's not many, but enough.
You still got some people still trying to keep the traditional sound.
But they bringing it back.
They're bringing it back.
They bringing it back. We got the Pete Rocks in the Commons doing stuff. We got the God.
Yeah, Rakim came out with an album. It was a decent album. LL had a decent album.
That one with Eminem?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The song with Nas, he kind of got Nas on that joint. I'm a big time Nas fan, but he kind of got Nas on that.
That one with Eminem, he caught up with that man.
Yeah, he caught up.
And Eminem didn't look like he was trying too hard.
Right.
But classic LL.
But LL ain't no slouch.
Yeah, classic LL.
LL ain't no slouch.
He get to moving that one leg.
Right. I'm gonna go back to that, but I'm gonna stick on Brooklyn because Brooklyn. Okay. So I was like at I was like at a party, and I was with a Brooklyn and a Bronx nigga was at that party, and they was debating did hip hop really start in the Bronx.
Yeah.
He was saying like,
Brooklyn.
okay, he was saying like Bronx stole it. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard that debate or whatever?
They did as far as not hip hop. Just I want to say it started from DJing.
Right.
But that's hip hop.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama was, everybody and their juvenile delinquents was spray painting at the time. Mm-hmm. But as far as like DJing, Brooklyn. Hurt. We just said it. The Atlanta.
Right.
We just said it. Little John.
Right.
I said, what Swiss Beast? What he do?
Right.
He was down here doing what he was doing, and he turned around, took it up top. That's all they doing now.
Right.
Yeah.
So man, when the first time you like, I mean, I'm not gonna tell your age, but if you want to tell it, so you was born when hip hop was born.
Yeah.
So
basically.
you was in 73.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So.
No,
74. So I mean, you still was born when hip hop was. You was bumps into it. So you know what I'm saying. Like, when did you first like hear it and just be like, okay, that's what it is?
Like I said, my uncle was the local MCs, and following behind them, it was just like it felt foreign because I just knew them.
Right.
So when you hearing people from Queens or this side of Brooklyn or Manhattan and different places where it's just like, yo, what is this? And it's almost like church.
Right.
So I went to church. I'm listening to the pastors talk about, because social media is it's a curse and a blessing, because we wouldn't know what's going on in other places right now.
Gotcha.
Somebody could be doing the simplest thing, but just sitting there talking about life. But on the other side of that spectrum, could be saving somebody's life, because they're not the only ones going through it.
Right.
So yeah, it was real different. But Run DMC, Marley Marl, Herbie Love Bug. We can
Herbie Love Bug. That's Salt and Pepper, right?
Yeah, we can go through all them. Kid and Play. We can go through a whole heap of them.
Yeah.
It was just, and then our house parties was.
Right.
You know, we had the big clubs, but you know, I'm an adolescent, but the house parties was just.
Right.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn rappers be talking about a whole lot of money. It's like that in Brooklyn. For those that don't know Brooklyn, we know Brooklyn is big business because they got the Barclays and all that good stuff. And you know what I'm saying. But Brooklyn is like that.
The heritage is thick. Yeah. It's out there. You got historic, monumental places and things that done happen there. And I mean, it's easy to cover it now because we got the special effects of technology and stuff.
Right.
To back then, it's way different now. Of course, but back then it was just like I said, certain parts you knew the struggle. Like the Bronx and Brooklyn had something in common.
Right.
Queens and Harlem had something in common.
Yeah.
Staten Island and Long Island had something in common.
Right.
And everybody wanted to get to Manhattan.
And everybody wanted to get to Manhattan.
That's money making Manhattan.
That's where it's at. So Manhattan and Harlem. So down south we gotta get confused. So Manhattan and Harlem not the same thing.
It's cousins.
They cousins.
They right there off the little bridge.
Right.
It's like going to Broad River, going to St. Andrews.
Okay. They that close.
Yeah.
Right. So man, like growing up in Brooklyn, like I mean I've seen movies from growing up liking Spike Lee and
Crooklyn.
Yeah, Crooklyn.
That was my life. That was a lifestyle. We lived in a brownstone, across the street from a popular high school, Paul Robeson.
I heard of that, yeah.
Around the corner, Matter of fact, Paul Robeson, if you've seen 187,
Right. I saw
with
one.
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah, I did see
When
that.
in the beginning of that, when he was riding to where he got stabbed at that school,
Right,
it's right
right.
across the street from my house.
So 187, that was the movie. He was the school teacher, and they turned him out, and he became a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure.
Him with the morphine.
I'm a big movie fan. I wanted to make sure that I had the right one. I hadn't seen that in years and years and years.
Yeah, you had the Crooklins, the Spike, the Do the Right Things.
Love Crooklyn, love Do the Right Thing. Yeah. They give you a good view of what Brooklyn is. You think they were good representation of Brooklyn?
Back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's no different from the Bronx. When you went up there, it was just like, where the fuck am I?
Right.
Where am I? Like these buildings and the kids playing on the Black Caesar and playing in the lots on the pissy mattresses and stuff, because that's all we had back then, you know. Playing in grass was foreign to us back then.
When you see but when you see TV now, Brooklyn looks, a whole lot lighter.
It's gentrified. It's almost like how it was when I was younger. We only had like 2 people white that was on the block.
Right.
And everyone on the block, the blacks, they were protected. The 2 white families was family.
Family, yeah.
Yeah, as the manipulation and the programming of the people, it just switched to, do the right thing. I don't live that.
Right.
Best friend, still up to now, he my brother.
Fucking with the fire hydrant and shit.
He's Jewish, his mother's Jewish and his father's Jamaican. So, but you looking at him, he looked like a little curly haired John Travolta.
Right.
But the block did not agree with it.
Right.
And now, I'm one of the main ones as far as, I influence family oriented.
Right.
Where it's just like, why are you liking him so much, or why are you protecting him? They doing the same shit y'all doing.
So when I was growing up, like, it was like a big thing, and maybe I got it wrong. I think Spike Lee touched on it in Jungle Fever. It was like a part of Brooklyn, Bensonhurst. Is that it?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of racism in Brooklyn. Like a lot of people don't think like up north have. Yeah, they have racism. Yeah.
That's Bensonhurst, Bronx Tales.
Bensonhurst, okay.
Yeah, you ride
Bronx,
you ride around there in the wrong time if you want to. You will get caught.
They killed a black guy was dating one of the Italian girl. And that was a big thing. Like when we was growing up, like that was like the first time I've heard.
It's just like with the Jewish.
Yeah.
The Jewish, and the blacks. You in Crown Heights, before you get to Flatbush, you got Crown Heights, and then you have a whole damn near region of just Jewish people.
Right.
And when you pass in Eastern Parkway, it's like passing 2 Notch. To go on the other side, it's a whole different world.
Right.
A whole different world.
Right. So you growing up in Brooklyn, you get to about what age do you start rapping? Or doing music? Because I've been listening to you like it ain't all rap.
No, it's not. That's why I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself just an artist because of what I've been around and you've seen. I was one that, as they say, had the foot in the door.
Right.
I smelled that carpet on the other side. I talked to certain execs, but see what we witnessing now? Not saying it's a Diddy thing.
Right.
I just can't sell my soul. I can't, how I came up in our household from my great-grandmother to my parents and seen what it was, them the only ones that was going to control me. I got to go out there and make my own money the best way I can. I do so.
Yeah. So, so being an artist in Brooklyn, is it like, okay, South Carolina is just kind of hard to get through. You know that. You've been on the scene.
It's hard.
It's harder in New York, or
Yeah.
is it like?
It's like a cesspool.
Can you make it in New York? Is it like Texas? Like when they don't care if they about going like South Carolina. Like you gotta go to Atlanta or something like that, or you feel like you gotta go there to make it, or something like that.
This to hear
New
that,
York, like
because that's always what it's been since I've
Right.
been down here. Where it's like, what? That's why I asked you in the beginning. What is our sound down here?
Right.
Why y'all have to go to Atlanta? Why y'all have to go to Memphis? Why y'all?
I'm not a big fan of that actually, but everybody says you got to.
They sure enough speak highly when it's time to throw shows down here.
There we go. I mean, I've been saying the same shit. I didn't even have to voice my gripe about South Carolina. You just hit it.
Yeah,
you hit it right on the. You
one
hit it right on
threw
the head.
me off because I was just like, is he that popular? I mean, I hear him and I like him, but is he that popular? Then Gotti came down here one time.
You talking about Lil Boosie?
Was it?
Love Boosie.
No, it was Gotti, I believe.
Okay.
They had,
Boosie.
They had SWAT out there. And
Boosie ran through South Carolina.
Well, he probably.
Talking about he was doing 3 shows a night in South Carolina every weekend for
I know
a
he
good
was
2
messing
years.
with some people that I heard that they was doing music that they one of them had got a feature, and I think he paid $5,000 for it.
He was charging 10. He was charging 10.
Yeah, and I'm looking like he was like, yeah, man, I've been running with Boosie for a minute, but yeah, it was that. We was out riding. That's why I'm saying it was Yo Gotti, because I witnessed it, and it was just like, yo, why are they out in the street like that?
Right.
They lined up.
Right.
And I said, oh, for him.
Forgot
Who
it.
we got down here that we can go to their towns and do that?
No way. I mean, South Carolina is the weirdest. The weirdest. I mean, I don't know what going on in South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Maine, New Hampshire. I don't know what going on in them places, but I just know beyond them, South Carolina's probably like the weirdest goddamn place for music that I've ever seen in my life, and I've been around hip hop.
That's proper
just
way
about the
to
same
say
time
it.
you have.
That's the proper way to say it, because it's like I said, I grand to understand where it's just like the support, and then amongst each other, where artists get so bored that they have to sneak talk with each other, but then y'all in each other's faces the following week.
Right. So you do the My House. I see you at My House doing like the amateur nights and stuff like that. Even though you're not an amateur, you've been around the open mics. Yeah.
Which is appreciative.
Right. No doubt. And you know what? But I've been to those same events in Atlanta. I've been to those same events in Charlotte. And they're a lot more packed.
Yeah, they
they're
are.
A lot, you know what I mean?
But are you paying to perform?
Yeah. That too. But you know.
That's the niche and the appreciative that I see. Because it's free.
Right.
Opportunity.
Right.
A lot of people don't have that opportunity. So to be heard, that's no different from when I spoke on with the social media. You wouldn't know what the hell I sound like if I'm still in Brooklyn.
Right.
I have to come down here and leave CDs and tapes. But shit, you might not have a CD and tape. You're going to have a rake because y'all got yards out here. But yeah, it's just different.
It's just different.
It's just different.
But my point with the My House,
sad but different, because it's like the support, like the people that I
and that's
see
what I'm
that's
getting
down
at.
here, that even where to the point I charge nothing. I'm not out here.
Right.
I'm not up there.
Right.
But even if I was, like I said, I come from the era of opportunity.
Right.
I can't do what this man is doing now that he's getting put down for.
Right.
I done been around situations like that where it's just like, no. I'd rather go here and do this this way and wait. 'Cause I had one of my own boy's son ask me, he said, if you did them songs at this time, 'cause you fucking with them. If you did these songs at the time, why are you letting them out now? Because it's freedom. I wasn't letting nobody dictate where I'm going. Because you see what goes on where it's just like, if I'm putting this money out the back, you gotta listen to me.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm not putting no money out.
Right.
You know?
So obviously, like my point was like a lot of these other states, like Texas, Atlanta, Memphis, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, even New York. You don't have to leave the state to be a millionaire, to be a multi-millionaire, to be a star. You don't have to lose. Nobody, the whole world don't have to know you, and you can still get rich in those cities. And then I see South Carolina's got a lot of talent, but most of the people that are in this state, they don't have that same opportunity to be a star in their state. Because you think that's because of the support?
Mm-hmm. Get rich schemes, the fast rich get schemes. Mm-hmm. Because if we had people like Duke Mo had more of him, mm-hmm. where, like I said, it could be like a youth thing type of thing, right. Where it's growth. It's Motown, what I call him. Right. It's the Apollo, what I call him. Right. Look all our icons now that came from these opportunities. Mm-hmm. And then this right here, an opportunity. Yeah. Could be. And that's all we need, but and I don't want to say as black people, just as people, got more selfishness than,
But black people don't support black people until they make it.
Until they make it, but they want to be the overseer. Mm-hmm. If we do this together, why can't we do, even if we depart, right? We're still on an even spread. Right. I'm a man. I'm talking to you as a man. Right. But then if you revert between the conversation and talking to me as a nigga, now I got to talk to you like a nigga. Right. That's the only way we going to cahoots. Right. All right. They don't do that right now. They done got us programmed where, like I said, they make us go against each other. The littlest thing end your life. And one of them of ending your life is the wrong way, and that's death. The other is jail. Right. Because you don't want to walk. Like I said, I came up.
Jail is death.
Yeah. Dead man walking.
Yeah, you're a dead man walking. Yeah. Anytime somebody got control over it, when you gotta get when you wake up, when you go to bed.
I don't want to smell a bunch of niggas all day. I gotta be around my woman. Yeah. Right.
So let me ask you a question. It may be tough for you. Mm-hmm. Who's the best rapper that ever came out of Brooklyn? You take one. You got one choice.
Besides myself.
You got Kane. You got Jay-Z.
Besides myself.
You got Biggie.
All right.
Big. What was it? Not Big L. Who was the other big time Brooklyn rapper? Busta.
You got Busta. He'll claim Brooklyn. I'll give him that, but he's gonna say, the island. Right. But grew up around Kane.
Old Dirty Bastard.
He was one of them.
Yeah.
But Kane. I would say Kane.
Kane number one?
I would say Kane.
You only got one?
Yeah, I would say Kane.
You're going to say Kane. You only got one.
Because I grew up around him, and my top three in this order is...
Give me a top five, please.
Top five, Rakim, KRS-One, Coogee Rap, Big Daddy Kane.
We missed one.
And let me see.
Nah, he gave me four.
Well,
he said Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap.
I throw it out there because I saw a documentary the other day, Heavy D.
Heavy D was crazy.
Heavy D,
he brought the sexuality. Well, LL brought the sexuality to, but Heavy D made the big man sexy.
Not even
before Biggie.
Yeah, it's just music wise, and he took the lyrics differently. Unlike one of the hardest big guys, Chubb Rock. Oh, yeah. He from Brooklyn.
Chubb had one song though.
Yeah, he had one song. Rob Bass had one. Rob Bass had one song.
Rob Bass
but
had two songs.
Pray.
No,
what-
Joy and Pain.
Joy and Pain.
And then
but,
the one that he was known for.
Yeah, but that's the type of music that need to be
Right.
out here. That's timeless music right
It's
there.
timeless music.
You know?
Oh, I mean, now don't get me wrong. You can have a show right now at the Colonial Center, and I think they could get. Let me rephrase that. You could put Chubb Rock, Rob Bass. You could put you know,
Special ed.
Special Ed. You know what I mean? A couple more.
We got a few.
You know, K. A couple more of these cats.
Kane still doing
And they
it,
can
though.
pack the Colonial Center because they done it.
Yeah.
They had the hip hop. They had the hip hop
MC
joint.
Light just came out with an album.
Right. They had the hip hop joint at the Colonial Center where they had like 8 acts, man, that came out, and I had a ball, bro. I had a ball because that's what we're looking to.
You went to go see Martin.
Huh?
You went to go see Martin.
When the one I went to was Chubb Rock. It was I went to 2 hip hop shows that year, the old school. The one it was Chubb Rock. I can't even think who the headliner was. I want to say, man, golly, it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them, bro.
Hip-hop I did.
But it was right up there. It was right up at the Colonial Center. It was a lot of them. But I've seen them all, so I can't picture. I can't tell you who was at which one because they was doing the old school, like leading up to the 50th anniversary. All the old school acts was on tour, and then they came through here. They even did the West Coast came through here. The DJ Quick, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, DOC, and I'm missing Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, DOC, and there was a couple other West Coast DJ Quick, and there was a couple other West Coast Mac 10, a couple other West Coast artists came through here. They packed the Colonial. Like niggas was fucking with the West Coast.
I mean,
yeah.
shit. When Master P came down, this motherfucker,
I missed that one, but I saw Master P 25th
I was happy
anniversary
about the
in New
3
Orleans.
acts when he did this for over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo.
Man, when he was in New Orleans, they shut this shit down.
But,
he did the Essence Festival. He did the 25th anniversary No Limit shit at
That's
the Essence
another
Festival.
female that slept on
Mia X. Yeah, he had Mia X out there.
Yeah, Mia X held it down.
Right.
Fiend held it down.
Fiend was there.
Before he got locked up, Mystical, he just knew.
Mystical was there. He was out of jail when he did the 25th
but
shit. Yeah.
He performed here like he knew he was going to jail. The energy was not there.
It wasn't there.
We were yelling, right there. He back and forth. Like, what the hell? I'm looking at my and that
Man,
was, I was
them
mad at
dudes
my
old,
partner
though.
because that was my partner. He was like, let's go on your birthday. It's coming on your birthday. So yeah, every time somebody hip hop comes, it's like you can't ask me
Right.
unless you reimburse me. Is that them? Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the ladies of hip hop in Atlanta too, man. It was Yo Yo,
I would
Queen
love to see
Latifah,
that.
MC Light,
I'd have loved to see that.
Stessa Sonics, JJ Fad. Oh my God, they still got it.
And see, Atlanta
Yeah.
could be like New York. Well, I would believe it would be like New York. Like in my time, you walking around, like I said, I lived around these people. DJ Scratch lived in Albany Projects. Big Daddy Kane,
Right.
Bed-Stuy. You know, Smith and Wesson, Brownsville, Helter Skelter.
You know Big Daddy.
Buckshot,
You know Big
you know.
Daddy Kane in Raleigh now.
Yeah. Buckshot and them. I remember coming from downtown Brooklyn and big ass van riding by Bucktown.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Salt and Pepper. Well, not Salt and Pepper. So Spinderella.
Spinderella.
Yeah, that's when
Salt and
they
Pepper.
filmed-
Salt and Pepper from Queens, right?
yeah when
And
they
then you got
filmed
Spinderella was from Brooklyn.
when they filmed she was in my house.
Yeah, but did you know Spinderella wasn't even she was the one that they got now?
Yeah.
She wasn't the original DJ
yeah,
of
she
Salt and
wasn't the
Pepper.
original.
I
Yeah.
just learned that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I always thought Spinderella like that's the same Spinderella. Like
Yeah,
that's
'cause the other
that's
one,
not the
they
first
said
Spinderella. Yeah,
she was smelling herself.
yeah.
And
She
this
got
one
on.
was straight out of
But she still
school.
DJ though. The
Yeah.
old Spinderella is still
She still
DJ.
did.
She just can't use she tried to sue them for the name. Like years and years and years later, now she want to get a little payday.
That's like
She tried to sue him
that's
for the
like
name.
Roxanne
She lost.
going against the real Roxanne Shante.
Right.
You know, they're gonna try to double it up.
Right, right. Well, man, so, you New York, man. What do you feel about New York hip-hop right now? We know what it is we know what it is in South Carolina. It's not unified.
It's
Yeah.
disappointing to me because they stuck on this thing, this drill.
Just drill, yeah.
And it's like, that's Chicago.
Even Remy Ma doing drill.
Yeah, but and like I said, the sound is interesting, but it's like my biggest pet peeve with a lot of artists is you sounding like 10 other people.
Right.
Why should I go out and purchase yours? What makes you so special? You gotta hit me with something that's worth that while. You don't have that right now.
My biggest
like
thing is no lyrics.
Everybody talking about the same thing.
It's no lyrics.
No,
it's
not.
basically rest in peace. It's basically Fat Man Scoop. It's basically a hard ass fucking beat with a hype man.
That's
what I'm saying?
That's it.
You
They
know
don't
what I
have
mean?
nothing to talk about. They talking about what they probably done stole or what they done seen on TV. They Tubi movies. That's what some of these artists are.
Tubi movies,
and then as well as myself, like I said, I don't just rap, sing, do Caribbean music. I do all types of music. It comes from within, man. I like emotional type stuff, real stuff.
So where does your Caribbean background come from? Where
my grandmother's Trinidadian.
Okay.
But my other grandmother, her mother's Barbados. So between typical black.
You get a lot of that in New York, just like Miami. You get a lot of mixed with the islands and stuff.
Yeah, so you come down here and like I said, it's different. It's different, but once again, if you got that upbringing of a family, it's scary now because you can't always say family. You can say relatives like a mug. But you can't say family because everybody ain't, family.
So I got an argument with my brother-in-law. I'm going to switch a little bit. I got an argument with my brother-in-law, and we was talking, and he was just like, man, y'all be letting... First of all, let me say this right here. What's a son? New York term. What's a son?
It's like homeboy.
It's a homeboy.
Some take it to the degree of you below me. This your place, but go get me some water, yo. I need that.
Yeah.
You sonning them.
You sonning them, yeah.
Or if we just, yo, son.
Yeah, it could be like
good.
Homeboy.
Yeah, it was
just
good.
Depend on the type. Just depend on the conversation.
Like I would tell artists, I used to say this a lot back in the day. It's how you say it.
Right.
Any word. It could be fuck, with, it.
So it's like nigga.
Yeah.
It's like nigga. Yeah. It's like nigga. And this is what...
As a man...
Right.
Certain one, like I said, depending on how you coming off and you used to that.
So that's the conversation we was having. That's what I was leading up to. That's the conversation we was having. He was just like, man, y'all be letting these white folks and shit down here. No disrespect to the white folks. This is the conversation we was having. Y'all be letting these white folks down here son y'all. I said, well, I mean,
that's just disrespect.
I said, well, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I get what you're saying. I said,
but how?
This when he got mad is I told him, I said, well, y'all be letting motherfucking Puerto Ricans call y'all niggas and get away with it. And he said, well, man, Puerto Ricans have a right to say the word nigga. What do you think about that? Do you think Puerto Ricans should be able to use the word nigga?
I came from where I come from. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They can use that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But
I was just messing with him, but I said, yeah, I feel the same.
For him to say, and I'm saying as a man, a black man, you saying a white man, why you letting them white, like how are they sonning you?
Right. Nah, he's just on the, politics shit. No, I mean down here, you know what I'm saying? Like how niggas be kissing people's ass thinking they can get over and shit. Okay. You know, they gonna get over on these jobs and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then most of them they get played, you know what I'm saying?
It's a reality check.
The whole goal of an employer is to get the best out of you and make you think that one day you could be this. If I got a factory that's got 100 workers, only 2 or 3 can go. but I'm not gonna come out and say at the meeting only 2 or 3 of y'all gonna ever make it around here. The rest of y'all gonna be working for $20 an hour the rest of y'all life. Not even $20 an hour, but I'm just saying, getting an example. But you know what I'm saying. But the goal is to make the 100 people think that they could be that 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. And in the mix of all of that, motherfuckers that don't have the skills start motherfucking letting these guys son them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Play them.
That's all over though.
Right. No. I get it. Yeah. I totally get it. I never played that game, and nobody could ever say I did play that game. I was in the car business 20 years. I ain't never kissed a motherfucking
like
name.
when I attempted to come down here, and do the music harder than what I was doing up there, because like I said, it's a cesspool. You could imagine going, we started out battle rapping and doing the ciphers and stuff. And you in the studio and you paying what you paying, it got different. So when I'm moving from upstate to Baltimore, it's like, all right, I'm paying this, but I've been around this. What you want to sound like?
Right.
You're just messing with levels. So you come down here, you thinking you're getting that Southern hospitality, everybody dungeon family. You're thinking everybody dungeon family. You get down here and it's like, it's just more open space out here, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, you ain't got people on top of each other, but it is the same shit.
It's the same,
It's the same.
Until they see a lick. That's what they were saying the other day at Hilo. They give you tickets and say you can sell them because you're trying to make profit, which is understandable. But then it's like, when you see me, I be by myself.
Right.
You see my brother, he came by himself. You ain't in the gym with me, because if I'm inviting you out, you want to come and support. Then you want VIP treatment. I got to buy you this and get you that. But then if you pay for yourself to get in, it goes the opposite way. But you still. And then once your song is done, they leave.
They leave,
They don't even want to sit there to
That's
watch.
The shit that
so
fucks
just
me
be like,
up about that
why
shit,
am I going
though?
to call you out if this is the case, and then you costing me? But then here, let as we do, let us hit a lick. Yeah. Where it look like, oh, hold up.
Yeah.
Yo, when you gonna give me a ticket or
Right.
Cash at me.
I was down with you from the beginning.
Yeah.
But man, that's one thing about when niggas put on shows, and we got brother Kev from Common Ground in the house, and he done put on a couple shows that I've seen, and I mean, Hollow put on shows, Steve them put on shows. Like, I've seen a lot of niggas put on shows in the city, and it's always the same shit. Like, okay, you're gonna bring your people out, and then as soon as that shit is over, they gone. It's like, okay, I'm just with my nigga. It's like, fuck the movement. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what we trying to do.
That's corny.
Yeah, we trying to make this shit where this shit is like these cities. We want to be Atlanta and Charlotte so fucking bad, but we don't do it. They do. You know what I'm saying? You go to a motherfucking goddamn open mic in Atlanta, them motherfuckers is there because they want all the way to the end because they want to see who might be the next hottest motherfucker to come out there, because it's believable. They've seen artists from Atlanta make it. They've seen artists from Charlotte make it. So, you know what I'm saying? Not so much Charlotte, but Atlanta, Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Houston.
Charlotte, you got certain Charlotte artists coming here.
Coming here, yeah.
Because the open mic is free.
It's free, yeah. Because they got to pay down there.
When you go in Atlanta, and
a lot of Atlanta, you don't got to pay, but you got to get there early and get on the list, you know what I mean?
Too.
Because there's 20 motherfuckers on that list.
You got to get there early, because
it's 20 motherfuckers, you got one song.
Is this Columbia and this is Atlanta? We're not so far as you know, but, and that's why, and it works for them, that they work with each other, where it's like, we get I get dumbfounded at as much talent we got down here. From up to down, from videography, from producing, dancing, whatever.
Man, we could be
acting, filming.
We could be a whole movement. And that's why I like DJ Surplus, and that's why I like
God,
that's why I
much
like
respect
Victor
to
Chop
him.
Jones as far as the videography shit.
Yeah.
That's why I like DJ Prime Tech. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like them, because they working for the movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like a lot of these
appreciate
motherfuckers that
Surplus
just
to the
work.
fifth power,
They working
I
for
do.
themselves, and then when the shit ain't working out for them, they start hating or they start trying to latch on. And then, you know what I'm saying, then it get to that point where everybody, you know, it's a lot of confusion and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you go to Atlanta, like, it's motherfucker, hey, we got 20 motherfuckers go perform. The first 20 motherfuckers that's here, you pay $5 or $10 or whatever, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You get on stage, you do one song, it is what it is. Everybody gonna stay to the end, you know?
Yeah, I can't depend on
Yeah.
none of my peoples to be riding in no Atlanta.
Yeah.
like-
I ain't not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm
you
not
paying
doing
for
all
the
that.
hotel.
We need to make it happen like that right here. It's enough
Yeah,
artists.
it's enough.
It's enough artists.
But-
I see artists every day in this motherfucker. It's enough. Damn, I said motherfucker. And my mama just told my mama watched this show. She just told me, she said, I don't care if you curse, just stop saying motherfucker. And I just said it twice.
Have to do
Sorry.
it.
So yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, definitely, man. It's enough people, man. It's just crazy.
I talk to certain ones, preferably, like I said, be Duke, because the opportunity that he's putting out there, where it's like, now I need some of these artists to buy in, because some of them see it, but once again, when you leave there, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what's
Exactly.
going on, you know, where their mind frame is at.
Right.
And the pressures of life, bro. The
So when
pressure of life is
So-
different for a lot of us.
You're right. So where you see yourself 5 years from now? You still gonna be doing this hip hop thing, or you gonna be
If it's not
you gonna be
hip-hop,
holding the
it's
grandkids just
music.
telling them you did hip hop?
It's music. Yeah.
This music is the thing. You gonna do it?
At one point, when was this? This third year I was here. Stuff started.
Right.
The laptop was messing up. Couldn't do no music. I had a wide load of music that I done made, but I feed off of what I do today. Tomorrow it's gonna be amplified to something else.
Something else.
So
okay.
I couldn't do music. I was sick. Almost felt like I lost my wife.
Damn.
I
hear
didn't
that.
want to listen to none of my stuff, and I wasn't writing. Then I wasn't. It's once I got really, really into music, and CDs started slowing down, and yeah, we got the streaming, and like I said, I got the DJ background and all that with the music and the blending and stuff. It was just, I gotta formulate something where I'm a part of what I'm doing. Like I said, timeless. I was told that back then, some of my music is ahead of my,
Head of
what's
head of-
going
head
on.
of the- head of the time.
I'm
yeah.
looking like, got like Mike Epson, Benjamin. I need that 50 million now.
yeah.
Slow up. Then you see certain things going on, and it's like, all right, this one started off good. That nigga homeless. Oh, this one started off good.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, she got about 4 or 5 kids.
Yeah, hey, the music.
Two of them is the producers.
You know what my biggest slogan is? Is the music business is a bad investment. All the kids that come and talk to me about music, they say something like, "Oh, you do music," or you know what I mean, this and that. You know what I mean? And I just like, hey, look here. I've been doing music since I was 15, 14 years old. I was signed at 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I came back to South Carolina at 18 to 19 years old. Still was doing music. I didn't stop doing music until my first child was born at 22, and I said, fuck this shit. This shit is a bad fucking investment.
Yeah.
It's not an investment, but you know what? You know what I'm saying? This is what I learned later on and why I came back to it 20 years later, because I was just a fan. I could do music. I could write. I still, I'd get a girlfriend somewhere. I'd be like, I used to rap. Oh, you ain't used to rap? I was like, I'm going to write something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like, and I in a couple ciphers here and there, like, you know what I mean, just to brush up on shit. But I wasn't like really doing music like that for 20 years from 23 to 43. You know what I'm saying? I picked it back up at 44. I picked it up. I started back at 43 just like writing real strong, but I didn't start like recording shit until 44. And my biggest thing with that is that it's not a bad investment no more because now it's more retirement. It's more something I love. I'm not looking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like who's signing 47-year-old rappers every day? You know what I mean?
47 want to be traveling around.
Yeah. Who want to be 47
parties and
in the motherfucking club? Who want to be 47 taking pictures?
Yeah.
Who want to be 47?
But I want to be indulged in behind the scenes and like I said, if I can help somebody else, that's the key. That's what my uncles had told me. He was like, "Yo, why you don't try to get a little thing going where give them the etiquette as far as what the concepts and everything and being on stage, working that out because ain't nobody doing that. And they just going down there and they just thinking that's it. Yeah. But then after that's it, that next song, if it's a next song, because you're really not pushing the first song.
No.
You around
Man, I just drop music, man. And then, I drop some serious shit here and there just to let motherfuckers know. Like, hey, nigga, I still, you saying this and you saying that, but my pen game is still on point. And I know, like right now, y'all ain't really focusing on the pen game. But for those who are focusing on the pen game, let me let you know, like my shit, I can go to New York and rap with the best of them because I've done it. I done been in Newark in the projects and shit, rapping in the ciphers, and I done been to Brooklyn in a cipher, and I done been in Texas rapping in a cipher with niggas that can rap. I'm talking about these Texas niggas can rap. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be sleeping on Texas. These Texas niggas is lyrical. But they got a big country beat just to keep it pimping, keep it Texas. But shit, these motherfuckers simple. Yeah, but these motherfuckers can rap though. Yeah. I don't hear too many lyricists in Atlanta no more. And rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. He was a lyricist. T.I. was a lyricist. You know what I'm saying?
Did you find Slim Thug a lyricist?
Slim Thug?
Yeah. Do you find?
Because
I got what Quan was doing,
right.
changing up the voices and mixing it in, blending it in. But Slim he threw me.
Yeah, let me give you Slim Thug. My feeling on Slim Thug. Slim Thug was one of my favorite artists. In the younger days, he really could flow.
He was different.
But he really could flow. He could flow so good. Jay-Z was getting on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But when he got older, he don't flow like that no more. But he got grown folk music, shit that I can listen to and ride to. Like that Sugar Daddy shit that he had, that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't Slim, the lyrical Slim Thug, but it was still good music though. He always have made good music to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Slim Thug is my example to people like, why can't South Carolina be like Houston? Because Slim Thug, Zero, fucking Trader Truth, you know what I'm saying? These niggas do not have to leave their state and they multi-millionaires. And it was out the trunk before, and even though it's streaming now, niggas still go to their shows.
Got all that knowledge down here, seeing it. They don't even get to New York like that, but when they do, it's like, what these niggas down here doing?
You ain't never seen, unless a nigga from New York came down and visit the South and Texas.
But could you imagine that?
They don't fuck with that. They don't need to.
If we just hit a one good time.
Jay Prince he may say some corny shit now in his older age, but Jay Prince, he's a mogul, and he ain't never and he didn't never sign nothing but Texas artists.
Who the biggest rap out here in South Carolina?
To me, I was gonna ask you the same question.
No, I don't know none. I don't hardly know artists.
The richest rapper, the richest rapper, the best rapper,
the one that's doing
the most lyrical.
But I don't listen to radio unless I'm in a van.
We mean like the most, because I break it down in categories in South Carolina.
Like what you just said,
Right.
Slim is one in his Kwame.
Yeah.
You know, is in his own realm. You have ones in their own realm, but like
Right.
down here,
Down here, who's that nigga?
yeah, who
Who the rich nigga that ain't
from
mainstream?
Lexington to Sand Hill
Well, to me, Black Zach is the richest nigga that don't have to leave his state and still gonna be the richest nigga. But I don't know if it all came from rap.
Sorry,
you know
music.
what I'm saying?
No,
music
I'm
wise.
saying music
No,
wise.
his music is good to me. I mean,
Yeah.
some people gonna debate against that, but he's like one of my go-to South Carolina artists.
Okay.
But my favorite South Carolina artist, I mean, he don't make music no more, was Face Monopoly. Yeah, you have to dig deep. That's some Myrtle Beach, Conway, Horry County shit. 843. Cause you know South Carolina is 864. You know what I mean? So it's three sections to South Carolina. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like him. One of my OGs, Bernie G from Charleston. He was like somebody like I could really relate to and like music, you know what I'm saying? Younger shit, I like trap, you know what I'm saying? I like PG Raw and them, they not my style, but I like their movement. I like their work ethic, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, man, I don't know his music like that, but Kev had a guy, what was it? Was it Swamp? Not Swamp, but the guy that came in concert, was it Consequent? Conscious, yeah. Now this dude can rap. I hadn't heard a lot of them, but when I heard him here, like this dude just like really ripping, like, you know what I mean? It's talent in South Carolina. It's a lot of talent in South Carolina. Ray, it's a kid down here in South Carolina named Ray. It's Benji, maybe not your typical New York type like lyrics like I like, because I grew up on the New York shit, so I like lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm impressed by the art.
Substance.
I'm impressed by the art. Like, if you don't even have to put on a beat, and you just say a rhyme, and if you just, you just going in, like Busta used to do that on his set. He used to just cut the beat, and he just spit some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that kind of shit. So, yeah. I mean, South Carolina don't really got that for me, like, bringing me back to my old school. But I can adapt to the shit that's going on now, and I like it. Like,
that's where I would like to get back to, as far as that, instead of just rhyming over or singing over the
popular beats.
That stopped years ago. That's why I rather make my own. I make all my music from day one. Once I learned it, And when I got down here, like I said, I had some, but my computer was shut down, and a neighbor heard that I did music and introduced me to a producer that was from Florida, and we met up and was like, yeah, I hear you trying to purchase some beats, 'cause right now I can't do nothing. I just finished my album before I came down here, but I didn't, like I said, I sat on it. And he had 16 joints on there. He only got to 2. He was like, I'm going to do you one better. He gave me a program. I was like, what's this? I just told you my computer don't work. But then once I got it kicking, it was just like, instruments. It just took me back to where I was.
I admire that, man. I'm gonna give you that, man. And then not to cut you off all the way, but I admire that because you don't get a lot of that. I see it's another cat down here, RJ King, that I fuck with, that does that too, makes his own beats, and he keeps in New York. He on tour he be on tour like doing spot dates with Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine and shit. But the Griselda niggas. But yeah, man, I really admire that because a lot of dudes down here, we just they like you said earlier, we don't have a sound. You know what I mean? We copying everything. And even myself, I'm going to YouTube saying who got the hot, I find out who got the hottest beat. I'm going to YouTube stealing a beat like this type beat, you know what I mean? But you got the artistry.
It used to be like that, but once again, once you in it, so from what I've seen and been around, it's like, yo, you better off. And like I said, back then we couldn't do this.
Right.
These was pricey back then.
Right.
Well, they programmed us to think that.
Yeah.
That's no different from what artists want to go in there, do the beat, mess with the levels, the board, and all this, and then go in there and sing their song, write
Right.
their song. What artist wants to do that?
Right.
I'm just one of them because, like I said, I've been around it where it's just like at the end of the day, who's
Right.
good?
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions so we can wrap it up.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and I'm getting ready to text Prime something, and I'm gonna ask you that question. I just want to see, do I know you? You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, do I know your art? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm off, and maybe need to let me see here.
You're a DJ. No, you're not a DJ?
Nah,
I swear I saw-
Kevin Mogul.
I seen you came to my house before. You ever been to my house?
Yeah, I've been in my house.
I think I seen you before.
In my earlier years.
All right, so I said Prime. I'm gonna ask you some. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and I just kind of sent him something just to see if I'm on point with this. So man, tell me. So these are some questions. Like these are fast questions. Like we don't want to dwell on them too long.
Yeah.
But cause we got to get to our next person. But I think we done spent about an hour. Cause it didn't seem like it, but you know, what I mean, you've been a real interesting guest, and I mean, you know your hip
I
hop.
was sitting there trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it.
So yeah, man. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Some of them are just like I'm gonna have you choose between people, and then some people I'm just gonna ask you what you think about the person. So I'm gonna jump on this person first. Puffy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy,
Devil.
Sean Combs, Love, Brother Love,
Devil.
the Devil.
Yeah.
Now these are quick questions,
Yeah.
but if you say something like that, I gotta ask you what makes you say something like that.
Because
The
once
Devil,
again,
that's strong.
I'm from New York, so what y'all hearing, imagine back then what I was hearing. And like I said earlier, I'm blessed enough to still be here, not because of I want to see him go down, but right is right, wrong is wrong. We done lost so many. And the cover up, come on now.
Right.
How much of it do you really know?
Yeah, you covering up, and we, like I said, we ain't seen nothing yet. This is a little intricate. That man is the devil, the overseer to the fifth power. And he, like I said, we seen what R. Kelly went through. That's nothing.
That's nothing compared
That's
to this
nothing.
band. That's deep. 5% Nation.
Free spirited. Father was a 5%er. Grandmother was a Baptist.
Right.
And balance that out.
So that leads me to this: spiritual or religious?
Spiritual.
Spiritual.
Religious is a cover up.
Cover up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So I want to elaborate that, but hey, a lot of people that I have on here, I'm definitely going to invite back.
Yeah.
And you one of the people that I'm going to invite
believe me,
back,
I'm
because I believe we could have a 5-hour conversation if we just sat down and just started kicking it.
Let
Yeah.
me know ahead of time. Because like I said, I appreciate what y'all do.
No doubt.
I sit in and sometime I'll leave off and then come back probably 30 minutes and see
Right.
y'all still there, be like, all right, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom. But it's needed.
Right.
That's why I said it's appreciative.
I still got a few more. Kamala Harris.
Lucky.
Lucky, okay. You got to touch on that a little bit more. Lucky. Why is she lucky?
She's the vice president, and Biden didn't want to do it no more.
Right.
And we gonna leave it up to Trump. We already looking at NBC
Right.
series right now, Law and Order, and him
Right.
being assassinated, trying to be assassinated.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Yeah.
He's not Bush. He deserved to get shot. Bush got a shoe thrown at him.
Right.
For what he's done.
Right.
Twin Towers and everything else. Well, that's something else. We're gonna keep it short.
Right. So, New York or down south? As far as not as far
Living.
as your home, well, you know what I'm saying. Not as far as your childhood or where you were born at. Take that out the picture and tell me which one would you like rather live in?
Down south.
Down south.
Yeah.
And why is that? It's more peaceful.
I breathe better. Even
Breathe
though the
better.
pollen be messing me up, but I say I breathe better because, like I said, from a child, for how I came up,
Right.
I'm looking over a whole lot of stuff. Like, you shouldn't be here.
Right.
You shouldn't know what the air is feeling like, what certain things taste like, or you couldn't imagine it. You know, so yeah, down here in this, it's spacey.
Yeah, you like
You
the
know?
space.
Like when I got down here, I got my license.
Why everybody from New York say that?
No,
I never drove us.
because up there we got police.
Right.
We know how to deal with them because we grew up around
Right.
them. Down here, I'm a New Yorker. I watched stuff back in the day. Dukes of Hazzard, the word sheriff is different.
He ain't bullshit.
You can go between the
ain't
buildings,
bullshit.
the elevator chute, the garbage chute, and find somebody
Man.
between at the laundry and at the bottom of the building.
Man.
Out here, you
Let me
got
tell you.
fields, you got raccoons, you got
Let me tell you this.
you got backyard boogies back here.
Let me tell you this.
It's different mindset.
My first wife was from New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. And all her family was from New York. And all of them moved down here. And all of them, I just used to be at the house with them, and they just be talking and talking and talking. And I just be like, boy, they be complaining. Damn mosquitoes and
they go,
motherfucking trees.
because you ain't used to it.
They ain't used to it.
It's like when I came down here, my people's, the way they cook,
Right.
they filled up the table. And
Right.
I'm 3-4 different types of bacons and grits. I was used to oatmeal. I ain't never seen
Right.
grits.
Gotcha.
You know, then I didn't all I could eat was a jelly sandwich that day because
Right.
all that food, it was just like, hold up. But then in New York, you get up. You
Shit,
get
y'all
a
got
big-
soul food restaurants in New York?
Yeah,
now?
we
Like,
got it,
big
but
time,
a butter roll, a coffee, and a pint of gin, that's what you might see 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning where I'm from.
Right.
Down here, you know, they ain't want you
My
to
brother used to must have been from New York at heart, cause boy, he used to wake me up with a beer, a quarter,
Yeah, I mean,
a quarter of damn OE,
unless you
a
around one of them
Cobra or some
old-
shit.
that
Like
old-
nigga, this your breakfast, get up. Yeah.
Yeah, they mess with that. That's why I don't drink gin from
Nah,
since
yeah,
then,
yeah,
because
that's
that's,
right.
what it was.
Naughty head.
Yeah.
But Big Daddy Kane or Biggie?
Big Daddy Kane,
Big Daddy Kane, Jay-Z or Biggie?
Biggie.
Biggie. Ooh.
I
What
mess with Jay-Z.
What puts 2 albums over a whole body of work?
I mess with Jay-Z, but I don't mess with him because
Yeah.
the way he stepped on people to get where he was at. Like I said, I'm Brooklyn.
Right.
I've seen it before I left.
Right.
You knew all that's going on right now. What people say, what you
Right.
think about the Wheezy in the Super Bowl and him. Come on.
I think he made a bit.
Why is he going to turn around?
I think he made a better choice.
He was supposed to make that choice.
Right.
Though. He was supposed
He
to.
made a business decision.
But you know
and
what?
not only did he make a business decision, is you gonna put Lil Wayne, even though it's in New Orleans, you gonna put Lil Wayne in front of 50,000 corporate motherfuckers. Like Lil Wayne is always
Why?
he always looked weird to me.
He was on a frequent guest on Undisputed.
Yeah, because that's Skip Bayless trying to get ratings. But I wouldn't put
Understandable.
Lil Wayne on shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me being a businessman, I ain't.
And I
this
get
nigga
it.
don't look. This nigga don't look like he may be a damn billionaire. He just don't look like the nigga at the Super Bowl. He look like the nigga. He look like the nigga at the what the big festival is in Miami, the Rolling Loud. He looked like the headliner of Rolling Loud.
'Cause he's been touched by something
Yeah,
we can
them
never
the white
fathom
people
right
that
now.
love him, but the Super Bowl is, I was telling Bo this shit. He was like, "Let's go to the Super Bowl." I said, "We could
know
never,
why?
we could never afford it."
It was necessary yes, it's a perfect business move, but Kendrick, for what he did at that stadium and brought all those local artists to artists that's known, and most importantly, Bloods and Crips together. We talking about Wayne, the voice of Cash Money, BG, Turk arguing, Juvie.
Well, they're not even together.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're going through all this turbulence and come on.
And plus, Jay-Z, I get it. Nigga, baby, you been shitting on me my whole fucking career.
Why would
you didn't even want to clear the juvenile shit, you know what I'm saying?
But then they saying how he paid Lil Wayne taxes, $15 million is not a little bit of money.
No, that's supposed to be, and I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne could have made it back off the tour.
Because of Baby.
Well, Baby wasn't letting him release no fucking music.
Yeah, because of Baby.
For 3-4 years.
Once again, if that's just like saying Black Panther helped Marvel.
Right.
Juvie left. Where was Cash Money gonna go if Lil Wayne didn't start doing what he was doing?
Hey, Lil Wayne is a phenomenal artist. I got him in my top 20. He ain't in my top 10. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
but that's just because I'm old
20.
school. But he definitely in my top 20. Probably around that 14 to 16 range. Just depending on how I feel some days, because he really be rapping his motherfucking ass off. But let me tell you this. I like T.I. better than Lil Wayne, and the reason why I do is because Lil Wayne hasn't dropped a song that makes me. I'm a cancer. I'm more of a emotional listener that done been through some stuff. Like Lil Wayne matching the best metaphors together ain't doing shit for me as far as how I'm trying to cope with life. But the shit is dope. I ain't gonna sit there in front like it ain't dope now. But
he's catering to that audience.
Right.
When he was younger, he was catering to us.
To the streets, yeah.
Right now, he remember he went through the skateboard thing, still doing it. So he's catering.
But the nigga ain't dropped the album in 2 years. I can't let you be the motherfucking goddamn face of the Super Bowl. And you ain't even had a hit in 2 years.
Hey.
You ain't had a hit in 2 years, 3 years. You gonna go back to Mrs. Officer? Them motherfucking crackers that's gonna be at that Super Bowl don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say crack, because I got white friends and I love them. And they cool. But these people, these corporate America motherfuckers is not gonna, oh damn, I said motherfucker again. I'm sorry. But these people is not catering to Lil Wayne. That would be a boring shit. Everybody's on Kendrick right now. Everybody's on Kendrick, and everybody, and it ain't out yet. But I'm pretty sure Kendrick Lamar is gonna be Time Magazine's Man of the Year. I'm pretty sure of it, just for the impact that he did with the gangs.
Guess what? What if he bring Wayne out on the last set?
Oh yeah, I mean he's gonna bring Wayne. He's gonna bring Wayne out.
Not because everybody's talking everything else but that.
Yeah.
What little when they talking about that, it's not to be expected, because right now it's out that, he's hurt. Yeah. Jay did that to him. It's to be expected.
Man, he was with Jay 3 weeks before that. I doubt, I'm pretty sure Jay told him.
Yeah.
What, look here, man.
But it's common
sense. That's why he brought him out.
It's common sense.
Yeah, that's why he brought him out and was hanging with him 3 weeks ago.
Kendrick is not one of those artists that this this man, every time he was doing stuff, it was monumental.
Right.
And it was monumental for black people.
I tell you this?
Not just hip hop.
And I can tell you this, and I can tell this audience this. Before Kendrick got into it with Drake, I had Lil Wayne over Kendrick on my list. I had Kendrick down the line a little bit, because I'm gonna tell you one thing about it, and I've said it on the podcast we used to do. I didn't like Kendrick's middle 2 albums. The first one was like the next best thing to Illmatic to me, but just the West Coast version. I mean, it wasn't Illmatic, but it was the West Coast.
That last one was crazy.
The last, which one are you talking about? So you had the butterfly shit. I didn't like that.
That one when he...
And then he had the shit with Rihanna and all of them.
I mean, but once again, where he's from.
Right.
They're going to think gang-related lyrics coming from him where he's a poet.
Yeah,
And
he's
he's
a poet.
talking for the community.
Oh.
That we're not
Oh,
accepting.
I'm
that
not
all the
saying that
time.
now. You know what happened?
then-
You know what happened? The ear can change.
Yeah.
So when the ear can change. So when he got into this shit with Drake, I started going back to his music and started listening. I said, okay,
When people
now
started
I
going
get
there,
it.
when people
Yeah.
started going there, Drake, he wasn't that light skinned pop rapper. But that's what he is. He's catering to the Caucasians more
Right.
so. You know, it ain't like how we were back in the day
Right.
where we're gonna buy LL Cool J because we know the girls like it.
The girls love you. You put
know.
pink cookies in a plastic bag.
Yeah, you know, we
Getting crushed by a building. That shit
you
was
doing
hard.
Drake, and you talking about you used to call me on the cell phone. I mean,
Right.
that can't buy me love or you
Right.
know.
No. Nah.
Come on. And
I
then-
like Drake. I like Drake so much that he has a playlist.
But then when he gets mad,
But he's dope. You better watch out.
he
Now, some of them Kendrick disses that he shot at Kendrick would have destroyed anybody else. Kendrick was just
because of
creative.
who he is.
Yeah.
Who he is.
Oh,
and
but he was
why
spitting,
he's
though.
being hurt, but he does spit.
He was spit. Yeah, he was spitting.
But
now.
then once again,
Yeah.
like Wayne, I really don't have to go there.
Yeah.
That's just like, what's the name? T.I. He done got political towards his
Right.
last couple of albums.
And I
It's
like
just
I like the political side of T.I. actually. That last album, man, he
what's
was
that
political.
word?
I like it.
I
Well,
mean,
but you know what, T.I.
but
get it.
once
You
again,
can't keep talking about the trap. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't in the trap. You know what I mean? It don't sound
for the
authentic.
community like they said he's doing,
Right.
you know, and they're showing it. It's helping him when he's doing his
Right.
reality shows. What's going on? What him and Tiny got going on? With, you know, and then it falls back to the family and everything. But then now look what he's doing, comedy.
He's just doing whatever he want to do.
He can do what he want to
He
do.
just
but
retired,
that's
yeah.
what it's supposed to be, though.
That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, he
Where
just
it's like-
retired. He was a nigga in the hood that made everybody laugh. They probably, and so now he's sitting there bored. But he is what I like. Like, he gonna rap forever. He gonna do shows forever. But he ain't out here trying to be the young boys.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And that's the way
Yeah.
I feel, where it's like, yo, I just love doing music. But
Just
as far
love
as to
doing music.
sit there to be making, if I feel like something need to be said or heard,
Right.
I'm feeling that way, like I said. And am I sitting there thinking, is it going to catch this type of audience?
Right. No, I'm not.
Once you get from the heart, it's like, yo.
You know, when I got back in the game, it was on these Nas, what is it? King Disease shit.
Okay.
These 1, 2, 3 King Disease shit with. And that's the whole thing he's talking about. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think.
Yeah.
I got a core audience. I'm not trying to drop
And
a
that's-
song with Genuine and I'm not trying to be on Jay-Z shit and I'm not trying to do this. Nigga, I'm just rapping.
What you
And-
thought about
yeah.
Nas and the Marley son, that album?
The album, that was a classic. It was a fucking classic. And didn't get the play that it was supposed to.
Did not
But
get
but
the-
they
because they was scared of that.
They really rep.
There was some strong stuff
And
on
a
there.
lot of stuff that Nas really
he was
went in
saying-
on that shit.
he was saying
he
some
went
stuff.
in on it. He was
They
really,
didn't- they
but
don't
Nas
want
been
that.
saying shit his whole career.
But, yeah.
But he really was saying some shit right there.
Politically
but
correct
the,
on
But
there.
the Marley,
The Marley put
Marley-
more emphasis
Marley
on
was-
what was being said. And they
the
didn't
shit that
want
he was saying is happening now.
Yeah.
The shit that
Yeah.
Damian Marley was saying is happening right now.
And they want to put a
Patience.
snub. They want to put a snub on it.
Patience. He's the same shit
Unless
right now.
it sound like it's going to take our people out instead
Right.
of helping our people. They're not going to,
Man, that shit should have won a Grammy. That shit should have won
They should have
everything.
did a whole lot.
It should have won everything. You know what I'm saying? That album was so fucking fire. And you know what else I like? The nigga album. The Nas and the nigga album. That they made him switch. They tried to dumb it down and make him throw a song with Chris Brown in there and some other shit that kind of tainted it a little
Yeah.
bit. But when he got on the shit about the Project Roaches and the fried chicken and shit, the nigga was preaching. That nigga was preaching
You ever
like
get a chance too? There's another Brooklyn thing. Any of y'all ever get a
Dear
chance?
President.
Go to Showtime and pull up Video Music Box, Ralph McDaniels.
Oh yeah, Ralph McDaniel,
Man.
most definitely. No, I
You
grew up
say
on Video
they
Music
always
Box.
give what's the name? I mean, yes, MTV, Yo MTV Raps is dead.
It's hard,
but
yeah.
really
Yeah, the
video music box.
Man, I stayed in
And
Tennessee.
he's still doing stuff to the
Right.
day where it's like our classic, our icons. It's yes.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you. I gotta ask you one last question because I gotta get up because I know me and we can sit there and talk. I just feel you. We can sit here and talk. Like we spiritual brothers. We may have never really met. Just handshake, a Heineken or whatever we do. But let me ask you this, man. And this is the last question of the night. No, before you shout out your social medias, who's your favorite artist in the Wu-Tang?
Chisel.
What? But I told you. I told you. I text him, man. I said I'm gonna ask him who his favorite artist is.
Because a lot of people
Wu-Tang.
would say
And he
back
gonna say
then,
Jizz.
a lot of people back then said I kind of sound like meth.
Right.
But then it was just like, you hear what that liquid sword.
Right.
Oh my
I
Lord.
got it. I can
That
tell.
liquid sword, like, but to Cal was
Yeah.
just, and the purple tape.
Yeah.
But I'm mad. What's the name? Didn't get a blast neither because
Right.
he's my second Master Killer.
Master Killer. Oh, I like Master. I
Master
love
Killer, he
Master.
from
No, I
East
don't
New
like
York.
Master Killer. I love Master Killer.
from East New York.
Yeah.
He Capadonna there too.
Right.
Capadonna got some stuff. Ghostface, like I
Right.
said, but Jizz is just different, man.
Yeah. Hey. Now I'm gonna tell you who my favorite artist in the Wu-Tang is. Ghostface. Well,
I'm not
no.
gonna
I
disrespect.
take that back. I keep going back and forth because that's what I listen to, the Wu-Tang. I keep going back and forth. It's a tie between Inspected, and if I got it's between Inspected Deck and Ghostface. To me, and I probably would lean more Inspected Deck. It's just that Ghostface got more body of work.
The Deck album was
Yeah, it was
too.
classic. Yeah, and niggas slept on that.
Yeah, they
But-
slept on that hard. That was a classic.
When I first heard you rap, I'm a hip hop head.
Yeah.
Like I say, that's why I got to kind of end the conversation because I could talk to you all night because you a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying?
What I can remember.
Right. Yeah. But we both struggling with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? If we ever get it going and we
Bringing it up, yeah.
we go all fucking night, bro. And let me tell you something, man. When I first heard your music at my house, I said, man, and this is a true story. I said, whenever I get to sit down and talk to him, I'm gonna ask him who his favorite artist is in the Wu-Tang,
You said that
and he's gonna say the Jizz.
You said that at night. You was like,
And if I said it that night, I probably was tipsy because I didn't mean to let it out the bag.
You was tipsy, but you're not the first.
Right.
That's why I took it in vain. Where it's just like,
I was like,
yeah,
damn.
I get that.
Yeah.
And then look, it'll make me dummy back and be like, when I wrote that, I just want you to listen.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a soundtrack. I'm
Right.
When I'm saying stuff, you're gonna visualize. You don't really need the video because you understand where I'm coming from. Unless I'm directly talking to you, but I'm talking to the world when I'm putting out stuff like that. And that was like, yeah.
You crazy. You a crazy dope artist, man.
I appreciate that.
Man, shout out man, before we get out here, man, shout out all your social medias where they can find you, you know what I mean?
Facebook,
Let them know where you at.
Instagram, fan base, TikTok, every Walmart in the area, vape store, 3 dots, I'm there.
No doubt.
Family, man, you
Everywhere.
see me somewhere. You know?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. We got to do a part. We got to do a part 2. I went over my hour. We got to do a part 2, man. And I appreciate
started
you
to
coming
ask you in the beginning how long was it? 'Cause I was
Yeah,
like,
we try. I'm bad with talking, so he tries to keep me under an hour, just because it's a lot to edit and stuff like that. And we can get the videos out. We can get everybody content out
ask
fast.
you that too. I hope you edited with all these MFs that you was doing. Boy.
Yeah, my mom gonna kill me. She just hit me. She just hit me up. It was like, I've heard you curse before, and I know you. And I know you're not my little boy. I know you're 40, almost 50 years old. But do you have to say motherfucker? What is a motherfucker? Do you want somebody to fuck your mother? I was like, oh shit.
God rest my mother's soul.
Man, you going too deep.
My mama,
Always too deep.
my mama, I got my mama's mouth. My mama, every word end with a curse or begin with a curse, but in between, you know what she talking about. So is this the Harris? My
Right.
wife would be like, that's the Harris mouth. But, you know, my kids they don't do that when they're around,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks.
Thank you, my
Having me.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Gotta do.
Pork ribs. Of course, you see the chicken and the shrimp. That's the filet mignon right here.
And that nigga bought 5 shrimp to the barbecue.
Hey, they put this for you.